get involved in this particular line of work?
Well, my grandmother wrote some music back in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. And she, published Please Love Me Forever, sung by Bobby Vinton, Tommy Edwards, Elvis Presley, and other people. And when she died in 64, I was about 7 years old. So now, when I grew up, I, incorporated my lifestyle into the music business.
And what is your highest degree of education?
Oh, I have some college.
Okay. And so what's the name of your high school?
I went to Jane Addams.
And what year did you graduate from high school?
Let's see, I got married, and I didn't graduate. I married,
Okay.
and then I went back, got GED, and then further my education.
The GED.
hmm
What was the name of the institution that you received the GED?
That was the New York State GED program. I had went to, the classes, and they just told me after I took the test, go ahead on and take the GED. And I got it the first
Now,
time
what year was
around.
this?
That happened, let's see, I had my children were in the world. That had to have been around about 1980, something like
Okay.
that.
Very well. Are there any professional affiliations or societies that you're currently involved with?
Woo, let's start with Harry Fox Agency,
Okay.
okay, and BMI, the National Publishers Music, Association. That's N, you just put it, NMPA.
Okay.
The Canadian Mechanical, that's CMRRA.
Okay.
All right, let's see, and soon I'll be affiliated with ASCAP and SIMSAC as to the forms, I invented. So, the affiliation is just music industry.
Have you conducted any public speaking or lecturing of any sort?
Only through the internet. I do Ustream, YouTube. I have channels, Shock Zone, CD. I have my own website, www.shockzonecd1.info.
Okay.
When you get through with me, you can look that up. That's good. and
I will.
and that kind of speaking I'm gonna do. And I think for the zoo of showing and training these forums, I'll probably do it through Connect on Xbox Live. So I can have a wider forum, more viral.
Now, ever been published before? Any articles, books, or professional publications?
No, I just did the public access in New York City, neighborhood network, Manhattan neighborhood network. I did that for some time. I had the Carolyn's BBB show. Then I did the Magic Orb after a car accident. Then after that, I did the Magic Millennium. So I had 3 television shows to my credit.
Now, the website here is packed, well, Biltmore, who's the website, it is packed with social and professional networking functionality where you can update your profile, conduct advanced searches to find potential contacts, you can market your products and services, discover new career opportunities, profile your place of business, and it also classifies you as a leader in your field, and it gives you access to other professionals who have demonstrated leadership and achievement in their industry and occupation as well.
Cool.
Now, Carolyn, everyone has different reasons for wanting to be published with us. Some want it for the networking and consulting. Others are looking for the exposure or credibility. In what way were you hoping to be?
Well, I have 6 grandchildren. And if I ever leave this world, and if one of them go through the library and twirl through the books and try to see, let me see if my grandmother's in Who's Who, I'll be there. That is my most, prominent thought pattern of that.
Okay. So maybe some credibility?
Yeah.
Okay. And exposure? All right, very well.
Mhm.
Now, obviously, at what you're doing. But putting all things into consideration, how did you get to where you are today? What motivated you?
Okay, my grandmother's music. You know, and my family needing always something more like honey, milk, bread. You know what I'm saying? That kind of situation where you can see where you're working, but you always need something more. And my grandmother was like Amadeus. She wrote so many songs, but only one was published and brought in a little, loose change, which was Please Love Me Forever. And that's what incorporated me to try to find out how to count the music in the internet because we needed the royalties. And it's just going to pop off to be something innovative within, the internet of cyber funding and, surfing and making money for real in the net. Musically. Hmm.
No, did you have something else to say?
No, I'm just saying,
Okay.
musically, that's needed. Like if you go in YouTube, Rude, you see all these views and there's no payments. When we get statements as publishers and writers and artists, we see like 1 cent payment, 3 cent payment, when clearly there's more to be paid out.
Let's see.
Hmm.
And what do you consider to be the highlight of your career?
Doing it all as an abandoned mother and crawling out of the projects and getting into a building that I'm planning on buying and it's just so many things that I've done that people look at me and say, you did that, you did that, you did that. You say, yeah, with God's help, yes, I did that. I'm
Very well.
loving it. I'm loving it.
Now, are you involved in any charitable organizations to which you donate money or volunteer your time?
Oh yeah, definitely. Red Cross is the top notch. Okay, I'm always every time I got a little extra, I get money from the music. I look at Red Cross first, and of course, I try to donate to our president. He's getting ready to stomp again,
Right.
and the company that owns the sub management and where I live is Volunteers of America. That's just a little shout out for them. And of course, I work at soup kitchens. I volunteer my time at the library, getting ready to go back in May. I'm very active. And after the accident, I really pushed myself to really be out there more than the music,
Yes.
just to help community wise.
Very well.
Hmm.
Now, if you have to put it into some perspective, where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 5 years from now? What are your goals and aspirations at this point?
Okay. I want to keep affordable housing in the Bronx. That's what I was saying. Once this idea kind of pops off, the first big, thing I'm gonna do is pay my taxes, and then I'm going to purchase the building. It's a multi-dwelling building with 200 units, and try to keep a nice, affordable housing, development in the middle of the South Bronx. So that's what I'm trying to like incorporate within, being a publisher and going to bring in that kind of money. And funny, I can, maintain it within real estate. So I see that in 5 years being a really good stake in when I talk to the IRS, they say, okay, you got your head on straight, And I say, yeah, pretty much.
Very well. Now, I'm
Okay.
listening to you, Cal, and the feeling that I do get is that you are an accomplished individual. I believe that you will continue to make a difference in your profession. And on that basis, I'd like to be the first to congratulate you on your actual acceptance and welcome you to Biltmore Who's Who.
Thank you.
So, quite welcome. You're quite welcome. What will happen now at this point, I am going to forward all of your information to our editorial department. Now, this way they can start processing your biography. You will receive in your welcome package within the next 10 to 15 business days.
Great.
This will be consisting of your congratulatory letter, a rough draft of your biography for any of your final changes, as well as your username and password